All right, y'all, we are back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this because if y'all been hearing what AOC been saying, Jasmine Crockett, how they pretty much trying to teach illegal aliens on how to not get caught, and now all of a sudden, these Democrats seem like they done allegedly paid a federal judge to try to stop Donald Trump for sending illegal aliens back to their country. Pretty much trying to make Donald Trump, all the illegal aliens that he done sent off, trying to make them, President Trump, bring them all back and release them back into the United States. Like, that right there is unbelievable to me. This is crazy. This federal judge is putting America's life at risk by trying to force President Trump to release illegal aliens back into this country that he already done sent off. So this right here has something to do with AOC, Jasmine Crockett, and the Democrats to try to stop Donald Trump's American First agenda. Because President Trump already pretty much said that, hey, we're going to get these illegal aliens out of here, especially what they did to Laken Riley and a lot of more other people. And now all of a sudden, a federal judge come out and try to tell President Trump what he can and what he can't do. This is unbelievable to me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, where he said that the federal judge panics out of control after Donald Trump issues a major order. Because, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, President Trump is doing the right thing. His approval rating is through the roof. So a lot of Americans appreciate what President Trump is doing right now. And now you got a corrupt, Obama-appointed federal judge that's trying to stop Donald Trump's agenda. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all the ones who always stay to the end because it definitely helps get the videos out there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it, y'all. Let's go.
Another woke activist judge is panicking after President Trump has issued a major order. He has invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 in order to get these TDA gang members out of our country. Now let's start here.
It's the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. It's a centuries-old law that would give the president sweeping authority to deport certain undocumented migrants. It's meant to be used during wartime. What President Trump says he wants to use it for is to deport migrants were associated with the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. You know, this law has only been used 3 times previously, during the World Wars and during the Japanese internment era during World War II.
Yeah, so this is a huge step in the right direction for President Trump. He's literally taking action on what he promised he would do. Once again, people, he's putting America first. Unlike Joe Biden, who put America last, that led to tragedies like Laken Riley being murdered by a TDA gang member. Guys,
that goes to show you that this federal judge don't care about Laken Riley. He don't care about some of the innocent people that have lost their lives because of these Venezuela gangs and these illegal aliens. They need to go back to their country. President Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. So why is this federal judge trying to stop Donald Trump? Pretty much trying to force him to bring all the illegal aliens back and release them back into the United States. Like, that is crazy to me. Let's go.
The name of the act speaks for itself. Alien Enemies Act. TDA is an enemy of the United States because they wreak havoc. However, I guess when it comes to Democrats and the ACLU, they don't see it that way because the judge has already blocked this order.
Do you see the legal machinery working very quickly after the president signed this proclamation? Only a few hours ago, the judge had already blocked its use from deporting 5 specific migrants that the administration had been targeting. What he has done now is expanded that to include all undocumented migrants who are being held in custody for whom this proclamation could apply. And he said that it was necessary to move very quickly here because, according to the plaintiffs in this case, some of the planes had already been loaded and ready to go to deport these people outside of the United States. And so this is on hold now for 14 days, and a hearing has been scheduled for later this month.
So just imagine that. You have these groups, ACLU to be exact, that are asking the courts to stop President Trump from deporting gang members who are illegal aliens in our country who have been committing crimes and murders. How do they justify that? How do they explain that? So all I'm trying to say here, guys, is this legal fight is another example of how the system is stacked against American safety. While the left cries about so-called rights, For illegal migrants, the real victims are law-abiding citizens suffering from fear and violence in their own communities. And that's why Democrats are going to continue to lose. Now let's listen to a Democrat donor actually expose the truth in regards to this entire topic, how he felt that he was lied to about immigration.
I campaigned for Harris. I don't know her that well. In fact, I really don't know her at all. I thought if you asked me before the campaign, I'd said I did, and I clearly don't. And I think among the biggest things that I miss, I was taking Biden and the government's data. There's no massive increase in illegal immigration. The border's secure. It's not that bad. The government data showed like 3 or 4 weeks afterwards, after the election, it was the largest increase in illegal since the 1930s. And the second part of it was it did put downward pressure on black and Latino wages. The evidence is there. And we scoffed at it. We didn't just say, you know, you got a good point. We got to take, and we scoffed at it. And it's a huge problem. I go to Graciti's every morning to get the papers and buy whatever I got to eat for the day. And I talk to a lot of people on the way. And there's a guy, an immigrant from the Philippines, and he voted for Trump because of that. He said, my family and we work like hell. We're U.S. citizens. And you're telling me if I break the law, you're going to give me special favors? I mean, I'm not anti-immigrant at all. I don't agree with what he was saying exactly, but he voted for Trump. And I'm not sure he was happy voting for Trump.
I know a lot of people like that.
Now, here's a picture of the judge that blocked President Trump's proclamation here. He goes by the name of James Boasberg, probably butchered.
This is crazy. A U.S. District Judge, James Boasberg. So this is the guy right here that pretty much blocking President Trump for sending illegal aliens back to their country. So you telling me AOC, Jasmine Crockett, the rest of the Democrats ain't got something to do with this? I guarantee you they got everything to do with this, and I guarantee you that they've been talking to this judge behind the scenes because he look like he's a Democratic judge, and all they trying to do is stop Donald Trump's agenda so they can have something to run on. Donald Trump promised y'all he was going to get illegal aliens out of here, and he didn't do it. That's what they trying to do. They trying to get their talking points for CNN, for MSNBC, for ABC. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get their talking point. That's why they're trying to undermine everything Donald Trump said he was going to do. Now, I'm pretty much, I can guarantee you for a fact that they paid this judge to try to do this. Trying to block President Trump. And what President Trump is doing is not wrong. It's not wrong. He's getting illegal aliens out of here because he cares about the American people and the Democrats don't. They only care about themselves. They only care about enriching themselves. They're just trying to stop everything that President Trump is doing.
U.S. District Judge in D.C., which is interesting. What I found that really stood out to me in this article is this. Pay attention. The chief judge in the District Court of Columbia said he heard that, quote, flights are actively departing and directed U.S. officials to have planes in the air carrying migrants returned to the United States, the outlet reported.
Returned.
So wait a minute. We're already spending money sending them. Now you want the plane to turn around, and they're going to end up getting deported. Everybody knows this. You're just delaying the inevitable. Quote, any plane containing these folks that is going to take off or is in the air needs to be returned to the United States. However, that is accomplished. Make sure it's complied with immediately. Now, this temporary ruling will put a 14-day restraining order on the use of this wartime act, which the Trump administration hopes to use to deport any migrant it identifies as a gang member without following normal criminal and immigration channels, meaning let's get these people out of here ASAP, skip all the red tape, right? That's exactly what it allows Trump to do. And I just want to highlight how crazy this judge really is. Here's what Scott Jennings had to say on this issue. Prepare for the next 80-20 issue. Democrats passionately arguing for the return of Venezuelan gang members to spite.
Yeah, Scott Jennings said the right thing right there. Prepare for the next 80-20 issue. Dems passionately arguing for the return of Venezuelan gang members to spite Trump. This is what this right here is all about. It's just to undermine everything Donald Trump does so they can have talking points. So they can say that this is what Donald Trump promised and this right here is what he haven't done yet. That's all they trying to do is get their talking points. Scott Jennings is exactly right that these people, how do the Democrat Party, Hakeem Jeffries, them be talking about, we care about the American people. We care, like you heard them the other day, we care about the American people. How do you care about the American people, but when this Venezuela gang is the one that been taking out American people? I'm trying to use cold words. I don't want to use bad words to try to explain this. So why would you want the return of Venezuelan gang when they was kicking in people's doors, shooting people, taking over people's apartments? That's what you want? You want the return of them? So how do you explain that you really care about the American people? Because if Joe Biden was doing what Donald Trump was doing right now, y'all wouldn't have a problem with it. Because y'all don't like Trump. Y'all just want to do this.
Trump. And of course, Scott Jennings called it because the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, just put this up. Invoking the Alien Enemies Act, a centuries-old wartime law with a dark history, will fuel more chaos and fear across the nation. We will use every tool at our disposal to fight back against the Trump administration and protect the rights of immigrant communities.
Immigrants?
If that doesn't tell you, Democrats, what's wrong with your party, I don't know what is.
Why
did she not say protect the rights of immigrant communities and our American citizens? And just so we're clear, this type of order would allow the Trump administration to expedite these deportations so they can remove known threats instead of allowing them to linger and commit further crimes. Because remember, they cannot control what Denver decides to do if the illegal migrant is in the custody of Denver law enforcement, right? We've seen that whole mix-up where they don't even allow the ICE agents to actually go to the local jail to pick up these illegal migrants. They don't allow that. So this was another way around all that to get them out of the country. Now, here is MSDNC's perspective on all this.
What should we expect from the hearing, and why is this such an important ruling?
So the Alien Enemies Act is, as you say, a 1789 or 98 federal law that allows the federal government to deport people without due process. And it's significant because it's only been invoked 3 times in the United States history, and by its terms, it's only supposed to apply in cases of war or invasion. And the administration is appearing to be poised to make the outlandish claim that the presence of unauthorized individuals in the United States.
And it's funny, like, listening to these people take up for illegal aliens. Like, you would think that they'll be congratulating President Trump, where we are glad that he's using this, even though y'all say it's for war. But y'all should be happy that he's using it to try to speed up the deportation to get these people out of here so he can save more American people's lives. Ain't that what y'all want? But now, since y'all hate Donald Trump, y'all just got to go against him. Oh, the federal judge is right. The federal judge is right. So y'all sitting up on here, taking up for illegal alien. That's the reason why the Democrats will never win again. They'll never be in charge. All they're going to do is complain and take up for illegal aliens. You just heard Letitia James say the same thing, that she is worried about the immigration community, people who don't even supposed to be here, that's here illegally. That's who she's worried about. She ain't worried about the American people. This is insane.
United States constitutes an invasion from Venezuela. This is an outlandish assertion of power. It reeks of racism and xenophobia, and it would allow the federal government to, again, throw these people out of the country with no process whatsoever. I think the federal judge recognized that the administration was gearing up to do this and potentially do it without judicial blessing, in which case it might be too late to actually get these people back into the country. And so he ordered the federal government to pause, knock it off, until he had the time to actually evaluate the merits of the legal claims, which seem quite strong.
This is insane.
Okay, well, everything that she said was definitely a lie. And what I mean by that is this. It's not outlandish for the Trump administration to consider what happened over the past 4 years an invasion, okay? Especially when these TDA gang members were committing crimes in American cities. What they don't understand is this is a fight for America's future.
Exactly.
There is no country without borders. Everybody knows that, especially President Trump. That's why he's exercising every legal strategy or tool at his disposal to get this job done and get them out of here. But we know what the left's going to do. Cry foul, say that it's racism and that he's being authoritarian. But the problem with that message is the results say otherwise. That majority of Americans support this move. They do not want these people in our country wreaking havoc. Now, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, put out this statement, quote, "Tonight, a D.C. trial judge supported TDA terrorists over the safety of Americans. TDA is represented by the ACLU." Can you believe that? This order disregards well-established authority regarding President Trump's power, and it puts the public and law enforcement at risk. The Department of Justice.
There you go, right there. You put the police is at risk and the American people. Exactly what Pam Bondi is saying. See, and this is what this judge don't realize. You putting police officers' life at risk and the American people when President Trump is trying to get these people, these illegal aliens out of the country. And you got a corrupt judge that's trying to say, turn that plane around and bring them back, which is going to cost more money. I mean, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That judge need to be locked up for that.
Justice is undeterred in its efforts to work with the White House, the Department of Homeland Security, and all of our partners to stop this invasion and make America safe again. I guarantee if they did a survey of Americans, overwhelmingly they would say that the last 4 years was an invasion. Now, out of all of the issues that Democrats could disagree with Trump on, this should be at the bottom of the list.
Exactly.
In fact, we should be able to find common ground on this issue because it has hurt everyday Americans. Think of Lincoln Riley and her family and many others.
Yep.
These are not stand-up citizens, okay? These are evil individuals who their sole purpose in life is to commit crimes and murder people, especially.
And I guarantee you, this judge and these Democrats that's taking up for these people, I guarantee you they won't want them to stay beside them. I guarantee you they would not want this Venezuela gang staying nowhere near them, not on their street, not next door, not across the street. I guarantee you that. They want them back so bad, but they don't want to be around them. They don't want their family members around them. But they just trying to undermine everything President Trump said he was going to do so they can just try to talk bad about him and call him a liar. That's what they want to do. But when they see Donald Trump doing the right thing, they got to try to step in and stop it. I mean, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this, man. This is crazy.
In America. Now, if that doesn't make you upset and that doesn't scream for the Democratic Party being out of touch, I don't know what is. Which brings me to my question of this video. What do you think about this judge blocking this order from President Trump?
That is ridiculous.
I mean, he was appointed by President Obama. I wonder if Obama has anything to say about this. Should the judge actually go visit the family, Lincoln Riley, and explain himself? Why is he allowing these gang members to stay in this country? I'm just so curious. I want to know what your perspective is in the comment section below. Now, I'm definitely frustrated over this story, but you know who's probably more frustrated than me? Hakeem Jeffries. Because yesterday, President Trump scored a massive victory once that funding bill was approved in the Senate. And he didn't have nice words for Chuck Schumer. So if you missed out on that story,
Salute to Devori Darkins. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, Devori Darkins, on YouTube. Let him know in the comment section that The Real Adogg sent you. I definitely had to check this out. So now it seems like AOC, the Democrats, got this corrupt federal judge on their payroll trying to pretty much tell Donald Trump to turn that plane around and bring the illegal aliens back, leave them alone. It's like this judge ain't showing no love at all. It seems like he don't care about Lincoln Riley. He don't care about a lot of people that lost their life because of these illegal aliens. It's like he don't even care. And I guarantee you AOC, Jasmine Crockett, even more Democrats got every bit of something to do with this. I guarantee you that. But like I said, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Salute to the ones that did make it to the end. I really, really appreciate it. And I catch y'all in the next one.